Alright folks, welcome to another beer review. Got a few days off that I had to take because I'd lose holidays because I've just not been booking any. And yeah, I'm bored shitless, so currently in the middle of making some vegetable soup with some odds and ends that needed to be used. And because I probably do have some underlying problems, I felt like having a beer while I cook. I mean, to be fair, it is 2, so it's after 12 o'clock, so no one can argue. No one can argue at all. Anyway, so we're going over to Polly's, and this was kindly gifted to me by Adam, aka Mersey Beers, and this is Layers, which is an IPA, clocking in at 6.5% ABV, brewed with Idaho 7, Mosaic and Simcoe Cryo. Not really had a pale from Polly's for a good while actually. So thank you as always to Adam, who, and I say it every time I do a review and then need to mention someone, if I remember to do so, and I'm not a shit friend, then I'll put the link in the description. So yeah, it's that time of the month where I've not really been able to buy anything sort of like special beer wise. So I've been sort of like dependent on like a cheeky little haul here and there, the generosity of the likes of Adam, and also like supermarket beers. And I'm starting to get a little bit bored of like just drinking and seemingly reviewing supermarket beers. So I thought instead of just drinking this like a normal person, I would shoot a review. And if I keep going off camera, it's because I'm stirring my soup. Stop judging me. And yes, I know my hair's greasy. I get very, very fucking lazy when I have time off. So anyway, beer in the glass then, and doesn't that look wonderful in this St. Mars of the Desert glass? I do need to get a Polly's glass. I do have to make an order with Polly's. Maybe next time some interesting beers, I'll see if Adam wants to do a joint order, or if shock horror, I can actually get him some beers for once. But yeah, appreciate you, Adam. Looking very nice and vibrant in the glass, like a chunk of solid colour. Hazy, turbid, murky. Well, it's not really murky because it's bright. So just shy of under a finger's worth of a white head. Looking very nice indeed. I must say that in every fucking beer review. And I'm swearing a lot today for no good reason. Anyway, it looks good. Let's give it a sniff. Sort of like bruised melon and pineapple. You know, that's slightly on the turn, and the flavour's sort of like drying out and it's becoming a little bit more savoury. I don't even think that's a thing that happens to fruits when they get bruised. That's what I imagine it to be like. As someone who you can clearly tell is very inexperienced with the consumption of fruits, my ideas of what fruits are and what they do might be a little bit different to what other people who are experts in eating of fruit might be able to pick out. I mean, describing a smell in a positive way as fruit on the turn, probably not the best tasting note, but have you seen the rest of my beer reviews? Obviously citrus is coming through. There's a little bit of a tanginess there as well. Oh, it smells good. Should we just dive in? Cheers. It definitely has like a grape musk dryness to it. Not too much though. Like this savoury edge. Nice gentle sweetness to it, not over the top in terms of like sweet character. Definitely has some, nearly fell over then, definitely has some herbal tones coming through. Sort of like, I don't know where I'm getting this from, but it sort of reminds me of like, maybe like rosemary or like a little hint of thyme. But it really works. It's a little bit of a citrus bite. Reminds me, that was a very shaky reminds me more of like a lime, maybe. Definitely the bitterness of grapefruit is evident throughout the whole drinking experience. The journey of the beer on your palate and down your gullet. And then there is like a subtle toned down passion fruit twang almost. Like this sort of like prickliness. Lovely body to it, silky smooth. 6.5%. Oh, excuse me. I mean, have I had better IPAs from Polly's? For my preferences on what I like from an IPA, then yes. Do I think this is a dull, boring or bad IPA? No, not at all. Not at all. I think though there's something a little bit missing. And I know I said earlier on in the review it's not too sweet. But I think there just needs to be a little bit more of like a... Completely goes against what I've said earlier on. And we all can agree that I am a bit of a hypocrite, as we all are sometimes. But maybe the more I'm drinking it, because it is finishing very dry. Almost like, there's no use at all of Nelson. But I'm getting characteristics of like the things I don't like about those sorts of hops. And I don't know where that's coming from. But if there was just like maybe a tiny bit more vibrancy and pronounced fruit-like character coming from the hops, I'd probably be... I mean, I'm really enjoying it. But you have so many IPAs after a while, it does get hard to... Oh God, you're such a fucking child. But it does get hard to get an IPA when you taste it. Like, whoa, do you know what I mean? And I've developed this nasty habit of like slapping me thigh when I've made a point. But this is one of those IPAs where I know people will fall head over heels with it because of the flavours there. It's just not for my preference, really. But still a damn good IPA. We all know that Polly's produced some fantastic beers. And yeah, not bad at all. So Layers from Polly's. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Link will be in the description. And again, massive thank you to Adam from Mersey Beers for kindly gifting me this and dropping it off. It's an all-in service. It's just... I don't think he'll really want anyone to know this. But I think as payment, he does struggle to sit down afterwards. I miss him. Anyway, I'm just going to end the video. Cheers for watching. Take care. Bye.